So, you've seen the videos ranking the devil fruits or the top 10 strongest devil fruits, essentially trying to find out which one is the most powerful. I was going to do a video like that, but upon thinking up the video, I realized I was imagining myself eating said devil fruits and gaining said power. And then it clicked. If I ate a devil fruit today, which would make me the most powerful tomorrow? This is to say, which devil fruit gives its user the most immediate and drastic power up upon eating the fruit? Which devil fruit can make me a Yonko? Now this is a more interesting top 10. And this list will be composed with the understanding that I am a character in One Piece, no real world shenanigans, because that would be a completely different list. I live in a city with a lot of traffic, so I'd value Van Auger's teleport fruit more than any Zoan or Logia. Plus, I feel if you were a Logia or a Zoan, you definitely end up in some country's military. So no real world shenanigans. That being said, this video will focus on the devil fruit giving you the most powerful abilities as just a regular person in One Piece. So no, Haki will not be a factor in this video, nor will awakenings. Instead, imagine you're just a regular guy or a gal chilling in Makino's bar and someone sells you a devil fruit for free. So you eat it and boom, you are now on your way to becoming a Yonko of the seas. So if you ate a devil fruit today, how powerful would you be tomorrow? And before we get started, if you are enjoying my content and enjoying this video, then please give it a like and subscribe to the page. So many of you have watched my videos but are not yet subscribed. Remember, subscribing is free to you and helps support my journey as a One Piece creator. My goal is 2,500 subs before the end of the year, and with your help, I know I can make it there. Now, back to the video. So before I begin, I will say that I intentionally left off several Logia, because if you're looking at a fruit that gives you the most immediate and powerful boost of strength, most are Logias. And I didn't want this list to essentially be a list of the strongest Logia type devil fruits. That being said, the fruits on this list can easily contend with and have contended with the most powerful Logias in the series. These fruits are some of the most broken we've seen to date, and I'm excited to share my list with you. That being said, I would love to know your list in the comments below. So starting the list off and landing at number 10, I have the devil fruit of sugar, the Magum Nomi. I think it shouldn't be a surprise that this devil fruit is on the list. It's one of the most broken devil fruits off the bat. You eat it and you can turn anyone or anything into a toy, but not just a toy, a sentient toy, Toy Story style, bound to your will. But the scariest part of this devil fruit is that it erases the memory of the unfortunate recipients out of existence, meaning no one will miss you or ever come looking for you, because to them, you never existed, which is crazy. The reason why I have the Magum Nomi at 10 is because it does require you to touch the victim with your hand, your palm, I believe, directly. And since it really has no offensive capabilities, it doesn't make you stronger, it doesn't increase your speed or durability, it does give you eternal youth, but whatever you were when you ate the fruit, that's what you are after eating the fruit. So nearly all the commander level and above characters will probably have no issues avoiding your advances to turn them into toys, but if you're lucky enough to slap one in the face, it's GG's. Next, at number 9, I have the Toshi Nomi, the devil fruit eaten, or rather placed, into Juri Bani. And the reason I have this devil fruit on the list might surprise you because it's not due to her distorted future ability. Spoiler alert, that's the ability she used to turn into Nika. So it's a very powerful ability, but one I don't think you have access to on the onset of eating the fruit. Plus, if you eat the fruit as an adult, your futures won't be as powerful. No, the reason this devil fruit is on the list, because her devil fruit is another one-touch devil fruit. Like once you get touched by it, you pretty much just lose. The Toshi Nomi gives you the ability to age up or down anyone, including yourself. However, unlike the Magum Nomi, you can use any part of your body or anything you're holding to activate the effects. But the real reason why I have this devil fruit on the list is its NDE ability. You shoot a person in the head, and in a second, they experience their life up to their death and decomposition. It's an insta-win and reminds me of Itachi's Tsukiyomi in Naruto. I don't care how strong your will is, you're not just going to brush off experiencing your death in a second. This one ability is enough to boost you to supernova status, which is no small feat. So next up, at number 8, I have the fruit of Bonnie's beloved father Kuma. It's a fact that the simplest abilities are at times some of the most powerful, and this fruit is incredible. The Magum Nomi's power is to repel. That's it. And it's broken. You can repel all attacks, repel the air around you to create powerful shockwaves, repel damage from your body, give that damage to someone else, and end fights by either repelling someone away or repelling yourself away from the danger. Of course, you can still take damage if you don't take the time to build up your speed and to block the oncoming attacks with your palms, but Kuma received the fruit and within seconds was able to save 500 people on an island where the Rocks Pirates, the Marines, the Roger Pirates, the God Knights, and a Gorosei member in Saturn were destroying the place. God Valley didn't exist anymore after that battle, and Kuma was able to rescue 500 people during one of the greatest battles in One Piece history. So yeah, the fruit is powerful. So this one might be contentious, but at number 7, I have Marco's Tori Nomi model Phoenix. Now, I've placed this fruit here because there is no devil fruit that offers the amazing level of healing this fruit affords. With this fruit, you literally cannot take damage so long as your fruit is active. And even if you take damage, you can just heal after the effects of whatever's nullifying your devil fruit is no longer affecting you, be it sea stone or hockey. This is what really makes this fruit broken, as in addition to receiving a massive power boost in strength and agility, as well as the ability of flight, you will not take damage from any low tier or even mid tier fighters if you ate this fruit. Plus, the support this fruit offers to your crew is insane. During Wano, Marco was able to assist with the healing of hundreds of infected allies and enemies. It's actually surprising that Marco didn't use this ability during Marineford. I think that might be kind of a retcon maybe? I don't know. For me, this fruit is one of the most powerful by far, and unlike the Opi Nomi, its healing abilities don't require you to be a trained doctor to utilize its healing. And at number 6, I have our first Logia, and I have the Hiei Nomi currently being utilized by the ex-Admiral Kuzan. So, every Logia devil fruit is overpowered and would make you an unbelievably powerful combatant. But I think the 3 owned by the OG Admirals are the strongest. The Hiei Nomi is incredible and allows the user to create, control, and transform into ice at will. If you eat this, you can just freeze everything and anyone before you. And unless they have incredible hockey, even commander level characters will bow to your will. This fruit has very few weaknesses, as even if you lose a limb, you can just make a replacement one out of ice. I could probably put this fruit higher, but the others give more versatility and power in my opinion. Speaking of the admirals, the next fruit I have is Fujitori's Zushi Nomi, and I think you can switch this one and the Hiei Nomi if you want. But the reason I place this one above is because I don't think hockey can negate this fruit. It doesn't affect the opponent's body, and I believe those are the devil fruit's abilities hockey directly negates more often. But crushing gravity is just that, crushing gravity. And we've yet to see the upper limits of this power, as gravity can get really, really powerful, like black hole level powerful. Plus, he can do a Madara better than Madara can and bring down meteors like they're golf balls. If you eat this fruit, only the very strongest can hope to do anything against you. And if you decide to join the Marines, I think a minimum placement would be a Vice Admiral at the very least. Now, shining in at number 4, I have the Pika Nomi. This fruit is ridiculous. If real world physics were applicable to the One Piece world, and I really don't think they are, this devil fruit would top the list by far, as being able to move at the speed of light makes the user of this fruit the fastest in the verse. With this fruit, Kizaru was able to decimate the supernova with ease, match the strongest fighters in the verse, and even contend with the Gear 5th Luffy. Upon eating this fruit, even without hockey, you will be elevated to one of the most powerful fighters with very few being able to match you. Hockey or not, this fruit is on another level. So before we get to our top 3, I have some honorable mentions. And first up, I have to mention every other Logia devil fruit. I simply didn't want this list to be Logias only. They're all overpowered and deserve a spot on a list like this, so I chose the ones I thought were the best. Though I do admit I probably could have squeezed crocodiles in though, because that is a very powerful fruit. Next, I have Boa Hancock's. While it technically doesn't require you to be beautiful, being beautiful enhances the devil fruit tremendously. So what we see Hancock do with this fruit isn't indicative of what an average user can do. Still, a very powerful fruit though. Next, I have Blackbeard's. The Darkness fruit is very powerful and can negate devil fruits, but hockey does that, so no longer that impressive. But the real reason it's not on the list is the fact that you still take damage with this fruit. And if you're not Blackbeard, that could be a real problem. As more is revealed about this fruit, because I don't think we know all about this fruit at all, I do believe the placement of this fruit will change. But until then, it's an honorable mention. Next, I have Luffy's Hito Hito Nomi Mado Nika. Simply put, the fruit requires you to die to get its awakening. So no go there. So next I have Law's Opi Opi Nomi, which is powerful, but to make the most of this fruit, you need to be a trained doctor, or at the very least, the abilities you would display would differ from Law's. So as much as I wanted to add the Opi Opi Nomi to this list, it's a fruit that requires mastery in order to succeed with it. Big Mom Soru Soru Nomi is next, and it is powerful because you can just make homies from anything, but the main power is to steal the life force of your victims. The problem with that? You have to instill fear first. Big Mom is a terrifying, conqueror, haki-wielding behemoth of a woman, so it works for her. The average person just isn't that scary. And finally, the Gorosei. We don't even know for sure that they have devil fruits, or if they're devil fruit users, so I couldn't include them in this list, but their powers are also some of the most broken we've seen. Alright, enough of the honorable mentions. Let's talk about the top 3 devil fruits. And I think these 3 are all interchangeable. If you got either, you'd be on the path to Yonko or Admiral fairly easy. So don't put too much stock in the order of these fruits. But at number 3, I have the incredible Gura Nomi. If you don't know, it's considered the strongest of the Paramecia class fruits, and I find myself agreeing with this. Its power is simple. This devil fruit allows you to create tremors. With this power, you gain the ability to shatter the world down to its foundations. This fruit allows you to release attacks with an island level area of effect. Any fodder opponents are either going to be taken out by the shockwaves sent through them or meet their end plummeting down into an endless fissure. With this fruit, you can generate enormous tsunamis and block incoming attacks by generating a shockwave to shatter whatever may come your way. But if you face particularly strong individuals, you can coat your fist in the shockwaves and unleash the full power and might of a magnitude 10 earthquake directly into your opponent. Nearly all foes would fall from a single blow imbued with the power of this fruit, and even the strongest can only take so many of these strikes before they collapse. At number 2, I have the fruit that turns you into a living volcano, the Magum Nomi. Touted as the devil fruit with the greatest offensive abilities, the devil fruit is one to be feared. Immediately upon eating this fruit, the power within you would bubble up and explode as you discover there is nearly nothing in this world that you cannot burn through. Even fire itself beckons to your mercy. Again, as with the most fruits on this list, its powers are simple. You can generate and manipulate magma, but not just any magma. This magma is hot enough to melt through anything. Without insanely powerful haki, you cannot hope to stand against the user of this fruit. Even being within the vicinity of the user can be disastrous. You can rain down magma fireballs, transform the landscape into a hellscape of fire and magma, launch yourself at incredible speeds, and melt away body parts and limbs as if they were made of paper. There are very few fruits that rival the Magum Nomi in power, and if you were to eat it, there would be very few capable of rivaling you. And we finally reach number 1. And to what I feel is no surprise, I have the Uo Nomi Mado Siryu. And this fruit by far gives you the most immediate power up. See, the thing is, this fruit makes you a dragon. Really, we could just stop there. Just being able to turn into a dragon with insanely tough scales and durability would put you above nearly every single pirate and marine. But see, you're not just a giant dragon. You're a mythical dragon with fire breath, wind blades, twister generation, and the ability to coat your entire body in a flaming dragon of the hottest flames, even larger than your normal dragon form, with the searing heat that can melt stone in seconds. And that's not to mention retaining all of these powers in your hybrid form, allowing for increased mobility and an increase of strength, because that's what hybrid dragons do. This fruit covers everything from versatility to mobility to power to defense, etc. If you name a power up, this fruit has it. And if you, your average pirate, sailing the seas on your mini sailboat, were to eat this fruit, well, I would say your small time days are over, because with it, you would have officially placed in your bid to become king of the pirates. And that's my list of which devil fruits would give you the most immediate power up. Do you agree with my list? Would you change a few placements? Would you change the list entirely? I'd like to know your thoughts and your list in the comments below. Also, please, for me, if you enjoyed this video and enjoy my content, hit that like button and please do subscribe to the page. It helps me out tremendously. Now, since I have you here are 2 videos that you might like. Until next time, I've been the Blank Face, and I'll see you in the next one.